Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today. In this illustration, I'm going to begin first by, I'm drawing a girl tilting her head and looking at you, showing her shoulder and the hair. So the first thing I'm doing is sketching it out with a .5 lead pencil. And here I am sketching it out, looking at the broad shapes first, and then going into details. Laying in the positioning, the ear, the way she has a sort of a braids on her hair, and the way the hair is coming down her shoulders, and that's the her shoulder sleeves of her slack that she's wearing. Those are a few little flowers that I'm laying them out. The thing is speeded up by about 4 times faster. The whole thing took me about 40 minutes. So once again, the basic sketch being laid out first with a .5 lead pencil and trying to get confident with the positioning, the mapping of the positions. So that would be the first step for you to do, which would be to map it out and draw the sketch. And once you're confident with this, and here I feel a little bit confident with the way the whole drawing went, so using a .5, once again, this is, I believe, a .5 pen, one of those fine liners, and using the fine liners, the next step to this is going to be to trace on those pencil lines. That's what I'm doing here, tracing them out. And while I trace them, I'm also keeping in mind that the drawing is coming to full perfect shape the way I want it to. And so here again, I'm going over those pencil lines, redefining them, and kind of like strengthening my drawing, reinforcing it, and trying to make it as solid as possible before I lay in the colors. So once I do that, I'm now ready to lay in the colors, and this time my choice is markers. So I'm using some Blick markers here. So the choice of colors is once again yours. There's a wide variety of colors that you can play with. But I always try to begin with lighter, go over the shaded parts first. Like as you can see, I'm laying in the shades first, and then the details a little later once I get confident. And the point here is to keep it as light as possible with the colors, but then to show the contrast with those darks and the light. So the skin color is kind of light, and I prefer to use different kind of. I'm not very realistic, but rather this is like an illustration. So I feel free to be able to use different kind of colors and tones. And so here, once again, as I lay in the eye, darker colors of the eye, and you can see the contrast of the lighter and the darker, the values. So what I'm trying to do is to express those values and show the different degrees of gradation, the grading of the values. So that's what I'm keeping in mind as I drew, plus the outline, keep in mind the outline, which have to be very careful that you don't. The outlines play a very key role in defining the shape, or the expression. So I'm keeping in mind the outline and the broader shapes, laying in the colors here, looking at the darker shapes. Okay, and so the basic trick is for me at this point, what I'm really going to be doing is to layer in colors. I'm putting in the first layer and I go over it with different kind of layers of colors. And so I hope you enjoy watching this as I finish it and see how I completed it. And the one thing I want to mention to you guys is that I used the wishy-washy tape to finish it, and you'll see that I just used the tape to like border it up and bring it all together. So I hope you enjoy it. Here I'm laying in the colors again. It's layer after layer till I get the desired effect. All right, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to play some music at this point. Please tune in for my future videos. Definitely subscribe and share with your friends. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Hope you enjoy watching the rest of this.